Hello, everybody. Hello, blessed be. This is High Priestess Jamila coming at you from the Witching Hour. And first of all, happy 2022. Okay. I wanted to come and talk to y'all about um, why you should invest in the Black Candle Vigil service that I am offering, and who it would be good for and what it would be good for. Okay. And so I picked out four of the major things, four of the major spiritual problems that people are experiencing these days. Okay. Number one is your crazy Nancies. Okay. Um, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the movie The Craft, but this is for people who are dealing with a possibly a crazy ex-friend, possibly just a crazy witch that could be obsessed with you, or could be a coven, um, or just somebody in general that is like a mentally ill stalker. The second instant would be targeted organized gang stalking. Another one would be what was the other one? Energy vampirism. And the fourth one is ritual human sacrifice, which is really, I feel like it's a past life regression type of situation with that. And I think that we're all dealing, like a lot of us are dealing with past life regressions, okay? Hello, sweet angel. Welcome to the chat. Hello. So basically, if you're doing anything in life, you're going to run into these situations. You could possibly. Um, Especially when it comes to, I'd say the most common to me is going to be energy vamps and the crazy Nancies. Okay. Now, crazy Nancy, this is what crazy Nancy has done. Crazy Nancy is somebody that is possibly a control freak, someone that has stumbled upon either a negative spirit or either power or either demonic stuff that she can't handle. And what ends up happening? She ends up going crazy. She ends up losing it. And you end up being a target. And the reason why you end up being a target is because this person really cannot control themselves. And so this is daily harassment, daily attacks. Now, this is going to mainly affect empaths, in which if you're a natural witch, more than likely you're an empath. Okay. But you don't have to be a witch to be an empath. You can just be an empath. This is where it's a person that has become obsessed with a spiritual war with you. And this person may be attacking you spiritually, maybe psychically attacking you, maybe telepathically attacking you. This person, even in the movie The Craft, um, it showed the dynamic of these types of people even traveling to you in the astral. Okay. And this is the type of person that is possibly possessed, that cannot let go, that feels that they don't feel that you're a threat to them, but what they feel is that they must move in for the kill. Like, because you ended the friendship that they may have been codependent on, very codependent, and then now you must die. Okay. Now, the sad part about it is that that type of black magic can make you extremely susceptible to the problems of society. Okay. The Toyota Corolla, if somebody is constantly throwing negative energy at you, it'll start to affect your immune system etherically. You'll start to be affected etherically. Women are way more susceptible to this because we, on a monthly basis, we have a menstrual cycle. And I don't know if y'all ever heard of Dr. I think it's either Albert Blair or Delbert Blair. He was talking about how women lose a lot of vital nutrients in their bodies during their monthly cycle, and you do. So that makes you even more susceptible, as well as it makes it even worse on a woman. Men are very different than women spiritually because of that. They actually have an advantage over us, men do, when it comes to the body, when it comes to how they handle spiritual warfare. So when a woman is on her cycle, she is very vulnerable. Okay. Or when a woman is pregnant. So sadly, as a woman, you can be under attack by either a male or a female. Okay. Sometimes men can turn into Nancies, to where they are just obsessed with you. And keep in mind that you can join my vigil if you're a man or a woman. Doesn't matter. I don't discriminate. Okay. I don't have hatred for men. Yeah, I have good sense. Okay. But it's just the point that you have some people, what happened with Nancy, and this has happened so many times. You hear witches talking about the Nancy types. What happened to Nancy is that she lost her mind. She got attached to, or not she got attached to, but yeah, she either got attached to you, or either a negative spirit possessed her and then now is using her as a conduit. For whatever reason, those demons got in there. She is now after you. She is constantly trying to be in your subconscious. She is constantly trying to uh, do something to destroy your life. She's constantly trying to get into your house even if you move, even if you move, she wants to be attached to you, but not in a good way, in a negative way, because you didn't want to either be her friend, now you must die, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So, so if you are dealing with that kind of situation, doing the black candle vigil will definitely be a good choice for you. Now, a lot of times when you're dealing with a Nancy, doing that black candle daily, having a black candle going on a person like that daily will eventually stop them. It will cause end game because they're not going to be able to handle that. Okay. They're not. And so a lot of people say, well, Jamila, if a person is under possession and they're doing that, that would be cruel to make it worse. No, actually, people choose possession of that kind. They choose it. Nobody is ever under possession and doesn't know it unless they are a child. Unless it's a child, like a small child, a toddler. Otherwise, adults, they full know what they're doing. Okay. And by the way, your crazy Nancies, they will cast sympathy spells on you. So that's why you're thinking that way. In the meantime, they are trying to destroy you in your life. They may be jealous of you for some reason, whether or not it is the way you look. The black candle vigil can definitely protect you from the evil eye, because the evil eye has a root in jealousy. A woman that is jealous of you for any reason. I'm talking about your actual life. She's jealous of you. She's jealous of, maybe the way you look. She may be jealous of the things that you have obtained. Then, a person that can't let that go, they're going to continuously come after you. Okay, now when you're dealing with a person like that, you'll notice that the Nancies will take a break, but they will come back. Pretty much when it comes to that, it's either going to be you or them. What the black candle vigil will do is it will block their energy from reaching you. Okay, it'll block them from their astral attacks. It will block them from being able to, for their intent to be able to reach you. Okay, this is very, very common. This is the reason why a lot of witches are more so hermit-like, because a lot of times when you start to invite other witches in, a lot of them don't have that power and control. A lot of them are scared. A lot of them are practicing witchcraft, very untrusting with witchcraft. If you're going to practice witchcraft, you have to trust it. You can't ever like it's like a paranoia thing. They and sometimes this can happen with with witches that are even doing work for you. They'll become very paranoid. You're supposed to be the witch. You're supposed to be the high priestess. You're supposed to know how to block and deflect a lot of that stuff, but a lot of people don't. Okay. So this is the reason why they became the way that they are, because they're practicing it and they don't really trust it. It's just a means to an end for them. Okay. It is. It's pretty much what it is. It's not something that is in their heart. As a natural born witch, witchcraft has always been in my heart. And I've always known that I was a witch, but the reason why I didn't really want to be one when I was younger was because I wanted to be accepted by society. Okay, but after a while, you get over that real quick. Okay, but a Nancy type of female prototype, she is very unsure of herself. She is looking for the approval of others, which is why women like that will stab you in the back in a heartbeat because they want to be accepted so badly by others. Those are not necessarily the traits of a witch, especially if it's an ethical witch that is doing work for the public. Okay. Now, moving on to the energy vamps. Okay. A lot of times, Nancy will energy vamp off of you. Okay. Energy vampires will feed off of any source of your power, whether or not it is your sexual energy, whether or not it's your heart chakra energy, or whether or not it's your throat chakra energy. Okay, so those can go hand in hand, but energy vamps are everywhere. And basically what they will do is, and typically this is people, these are people that you don't even know. An energy vampire is typically somebody that you don't even know them. You've never even met them, but yet they're vamping your energy every single day. Okay. This is very common on YouTube, especially. Okay. A person that wants to talk about you every single day and you don't want anything to do with them, like you're just like, get away from me. I don't feel right around you. You give me the creeps. Um, that's a person that is attempting to energy vamp off of you. So when it comes to dealing with energy vampires, what they will do is they will constantly try to suck on your energy. This can be very dangerous. Okay. This is a person that possibly does have the spirit of poverty, the spirit of ignorance on them, and the spirit of um, sickness. Okay. And they may, especially if you're a healer, okay, there's a lot of people that are self-proclaimed healers. They can heal you of stuff. So whenever you're a healer, you're going to attract a lot of people that have what? Either mental or physical problems. Now, is it a good solution for somebody to just suck on your energy? It's not. There's so many methods of healing. First of all, if you need healing, use a candle. Okay, it's quite simple. But energy vamps, they're typically very bad people. They want to feed directly off of you. You're their candle. They may be, especially if it's somebody that is very religious, somebody that's very religious that has been, they actually went along with the get along and decided, I am not going to practice any kind of advanced healing work or either ancient healing practices. I am going to be afraid of that, but yet I am going to, and see, people do things subconsciously. They'll say, I'm not going to do that because that is bad, but then they will make a decision that energy vamping off of you is not bad. This is something that is very, very common. How, the saying, either a person, when a person wants to be you, that's the same thing. They're pulling off of you energetically. This can cause problems. Okay. And please understand that people like this need to learn a better way. They need to learn a better way of functioning and being and existing. Okay. For example, if I felt that I needed to heal from anything, I'm going to take a healing candle, use some healing herbs and oils, and use the element of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. Energy vamps, they don't believe in witchcraft. So there's a problem. An energy vampire is not necessarily a witch, but a witch can be an energy vampire. Okay. They don't understand that. And see, I was looking on Instagram today and I noticed the rapper T.I. talking about parasites. They are they're like parasites. And they will pull on you and pull on you and pull on you. They will, to the point, and you can feel it. There's so many signs of this happening. Okay. You need that black candle vigil. This will block them and cut them out. This will keep them from forming a cord to you. It is not your responsibility to feed those people. It's not, hey, SC, it's not your responsibility to feed those people that are energy vamps. Okay. And I don't care what they say. It's not your job. So energy vampirism is very parasitic. It is. And it sucks because you can even tell when somebody's trying to energy vamp off of you. It'll feel like you'll feel pressed. You'll feel like something is being pulled out of you. Okay. So doing a black candle vigil, keeping a black, because I'm going to tell you something, either those people are going to learn a better way. They're either going to learn a better way. Okay. Or it's in game for them this year. They're going to have to find something else better. They're going to have to find a different way. I personally, for my children, for my family, I will go against everything that I've ever believed in as a Christian. It's everybody has to make that choice in life. But there are some people, they want to remain ignorant. They want to remain children. They want to, and I got a video going up about that, about how they probably should have left a lot of the things about witchcraft out of the Bible, like they left a lot of the other stuff out of it. I don't know why they didn't leave that out, because what it did was it made followers of those certain religions, it made them susceptible to a lot of stuff. And so these people that refuse to do what is right, because if I ever felt like I needed energy, I'm going to get energy from food. I'm going to get energy from candles. I'm going to get energy from herbs. Energy vampires don't do that. They siphon energy off of you. They're like blood-sucking leeches. If you are a woman and you're cycling, this is not good for your body. Why do you think a lot of women are anemic? Why would a woman be anemic? Why would that happen? Why are so many people deficient on vitamins? It is because of energy vampirism. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. The people that I see doing the most energy harvesting and vampirism are the very, very religious ones. I have to keep it real with y'all. Those are the ones, okay? Energetically, that's what it feels that they are doing. Okay. So the black candle vigil will stop them from doing that. Everybody has this God complex about them, and you'll start to develop this God complex, but you don't have to die for these people like Jesus. Goodness gracious. You may have had your whole life ahead of you, and these people just pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling on you to the point where you're in bed all day, you sick, you tired, and you don't even have the energy to do nothing, hardly. And you're just, you don't have to live like that. Okay. And this can go for you. People will energy harvest and energy vampire off of your children. I have seen people energy vampire off of newborn babies. It is absolutely ridiculous. Okay. So doing the black candle work will stop that from happening. Okay. Now the next thing is gang stalking. Gang stalking primarily is created and developed by either confused parents or confused ex-friends. This and it's very demonic. This is when either a demon comes in and forms this group of people that are stalking a target, typically women with children are at the brunt of this stalking. So there's many, many different reasons for gang stalking. Whatever the reason is, whatever the reasoning is behind it, it doesn't matter. The devil is in the details. You are a target. And these people will destroy your life if they can. And I'm talking about a good life. Okay. You know, I mean, especially if you have a family, gang stalkers hate primarily some of the ones that I have seen. They hate your family for whatever reason. Okay. And this has become more prevalent since Facebook and social media. There are a lot of people that are in social media, and people wonder, how are these people able to do this? How are you able to be in social media without having problems? It is because they've got to have some kind of protection, either ancestral protection. Okay, but the ancestors will guide you to do the black candle vigil. They will, because it's really the only way of doing it. And let me just tell y'all what the black candle vigil is, first of all. It's where you got a constant black candle going. I had to do this in the last house that I lived in. Okay. And it is because people will try to get in your house spiritually and etherically. It's horrible. Okay. They want to interfere. Gang stalking is typically has something to do with revenge. Or you don't have to do anything to get gang stalked. You don't have to do anything wrong to be getting gang stalked. You can just be living your life, living your best life, at the moment. And people may see you may have something. I mean, y'all know that I got dreams of building the practical magic house by the lake. Okay. And that will happen. Okay. It's not just a dream, it's a vision of mine. And it will happen. Okay. But you got people out there that they like, I want to see her fail. Okay. So gang stalking can be considered to be coven because these people are putting a lot of energy against you. So the black candle vigil will keep that energy off of you. It will ward off that bad energy from touching you. And see, people become very, very shifty and afraid when they know that you constantly have a flame going on them, especially a black flame. Because what it will do is it will consistently and constantly turn that energy back on them. Okay. Now, if you are asking for that energy, then so listen. If somebody has decided, because I got a person that's targeting me, okay, I didn't ask for that energy. And you know what? When somebody is targeting you and they are sending energy to you, it's very important for you to vent. It's very important for you to not hold that in or internalize that. Okay. So if you respond or if you say something like, hey, you're doing this, you're doing that, I'm trying to take care of my family, I don't want this interaction with you, that's perfectly fine. Okay. that doesn't mean that you are participating when you are telling people to leave you the hell alone, when you're telling people you're not interested in going back and forth with them. They will try to take anything as that. So gang stalkers, they're really looking for attention primarily, right? A lot of people try to find some spiritual reason for gang stalking. I mean, of course, gang stalking can make you stronger. It can make you stronger. But after a while, if somebody, and I'm gonna tell you something, this can be a person that is working with up to 10 people, but even as little as 3 people can be devastating to your life. Okay. 2 people, that can be considered a game. 3 people is way too much. Whether or not they're doing it overtly or covertly. Okay. So the black candle vigil will definitely keep their energy off of you. Doesn't mean that they're not going to talk about you. People have free will, but their intent will not touch you. There's a lot of people, they'll say all kind of stuff. Does it mean that it's going to manifest in your life? No. Okay. And what spirit really wants to see happen is that these people either move on forever or they can move on into oblivion. Because as you guys can see, they refuse to stop. You can throw daggers at them. You can throw spiritual daggers at them. I mean, I've actually done some of my most powerful curses on these people, and they keep coming like zombies. And it depends on their situation. You may not even have any spiritual connection with these people, but they're constantly coming at you. They're constantly trying to put their bad energy off on you. They've got spirits on them that are destroying them, and instead, and what they'll do is they'll take this out on you. Okay. So it is important to understand that you have to ward these people's energies off of you. Very, very important, because they'll just keep throwing it at you every single day. There's people that will make these hoodoo jars. They'll make poppet magic. Again, doing a black candle vigil will help with the poppet magic. Okay. Poppet work can be some of the most devastating to people because they're using earth energy, which sticks to you longer and causes a lot of issues and can cause you to become a puppet for them. Okay. Just because they want to see you dance, they want to see you, you know, some people, look, let me tell you something. I've noticed that there are several different types of people in this world. There are the people with a purpose, but then there are some people that are just manipulators. They just like to see how they can manipulate a person. Now, in my humble opinion, a lot of those people going to be getting their work. I'm not going to go out there and just randomly do black magic on somebody just to see how I can manipulate them. I already know my spells work. I don't need to just target somebody just to see, oh, I just want to see. But see, there's some people, they haven't grown up. They just want to see if they can upset you. They just want to see if they can do something to you. Okay. That's a person that doesn't really have a purpose. And really, to be honest with you, they don't know what they're dealing with. They don't know what repercussions and how they are making another person feel. They don't know and they don't care. So if they continuously get that energy back on them, then more than likely they're going to stop. A lot of people just want it to stop. They want these people to stop calling their name out. They want these people to leave them alone. Because some of these people, even if you help them, it ain't gonna do nothing but lead you to destruction. There's some people that I can't help. And I'm good at what I do. And I can't help these people. I can't do nothing for them. And it's usually because, part of the reason why you can't help them is because they are bullheaded. They don't want to listen and they don't want to be respectful of spirit. So that's why you can't help them. Okay. And so there's a lot of, especially if they want to play around with magic. Okay. Spirit is going to test those people, and spirit is going to test the will of those people. And if those people have a very, very weak will, then what are they going to do? They're going to scapegoat onto you. Okay. Now, if a person is scapegoated onto you and they have caused you to, let me tell you something. The way spirit sees it, if a person causes you to even lose a loaf of bread, you know how like over the summer, y'all remember over the summer you'll buy a bag of lemons, put them on your kitchen table, and the next thing you know, all your lemons is green. Like 2 days later, they done molded. See, that's a sign that somebody throwing something at your house. If a person has done that to you, even inconvenience you for 5 minutes, they deserve to get that word. Okay, because not only are they wasting Earth's resources, but they are also putting you in a position where you and your children or you and your family can be placed under harm's way. So people shouldn't play around with it. They just toy around with it. They act like it's some toy for them to play with. It's not. You don't just play around with that. Okay. If somebody is attacking you and you know that they are attacking you and you've confirmed it, and and you're experiencing some after effects of what they're doing, then you have every right to defend yourself. So this is a way of defense. This is called spiritual defense, which is very important. Okay. Now, the fourth type, and I believe that this is a past life regression that all of us are dealing with, which would be ritual human sacrifice. Which can be the same thing as energy vamping. But you ever have somebody that's wrong as sin, that continuously decided that they wanted to have some funk with you, or they lost a spiritual battle with you, and then all of a sudden they want to fight, they want to throw hands with you, they want to threaten you with violence, right? Okay. Now here's the reason why you should never placate that. Your enemies, if you end up in a squabble with them, like a physical fight, they can put all kinds of demons in you. I've heard of people having physical fights and getting sick afterwards, just getting very sick. You really don't want physical contact with those people. Sometimes when a person is being violent with you, they are participating in ritual human sacrifice in a sense. Because first of all it takes is one blow sometimes. And a person can stop your heart. A person can stop you from breathing. A person can kill you. Physical fights can kill you. Y'all hear about that little girl that got into that fight after school and she died? So this is to me, it's a form of ritual sacrifice. A lot of people are into sacrifice. These are entities and demons to me that come from very primitive man. Okay. People will plot to do things to you. That's why it's a lot of people that you hear about these people, they just found dead in their home. And it really, whenever somebody says somebody dies of natural causes, that means that they don't know why they died. They just died. Now, we can assume that Betty White died of old age. But they didn't even say Betty White died of old age. They said she died of natural causes, which means they can't determine the cause of death. Okay. So ritual human sacrifice. I've been a victim of some of these rituals. I've had people do rituals on me to try to sacrifice me, but guess what? I'm still here. Okay. And part of the reason is because, first of all, nobody can just pick you and say, hey, I'm going to pick this person and I get to sacrifice them. Nah, they can't do that. Okay. Nah, they can't. So that's why you go to sleep at night and you wake up in the morning and you live life. But you can tell that these people are trying to practice this ancient necromancy practice on you. And this is something that I am not afraid of. Most of my clients are dealing with these four main issues. I am not in any danger. Number one, because I trust in the craft. I trust in witchcraft because I was sort of the victim of that. Okay. But then also I trust in God. So a lot of people will say, oh, well, you're a witch. How can you bring up God? Well, I have a better relationship with God than some people that claim to be Christian. Okay. So that's some of the reason why. It's because I trust in the system of witchcraft, because it is the only system that has been around since the beginning of time. And it was the only thing that helped me against my issues. Okay. So witchcraft saved my life at a time when I was being targeted for takedown. Okay. Ritual human sacrifice can happen in so many different ways. Look at all the people that are in prison and they shouldn't be in there. Okay. What do you think is happening in that situation? Why do you think some evil witches try to bring about unnatural, like, persecution and judgment against you that is not the truth? The reason why they're doing that is because they want you to be imprisoned, which is considered to be human sacrifice. In fact, in America, if you're in prison, you're considered to be a slave. Okay. So that's why it's important when you are dealing with people that are targeting you for any reason, for you to check yourself. Have you lost touch with yourself so much so that you're ready to go out there and murder somebody or murder them? You see, that's why they created the stand your ground law. Because of this type of behavior that'll lead you to somebody's front door, they could blast you if you're standing at their front door. They could blow you away. So you ain't going to kill nobody. And if you do end up killing somebody, you're going to end up in prison. Same difference. Your life is shit. It's in the toilet. So you got to watch yourself. Okay. And so there's a lot of people that sit around all day angry. You're still wasting your life. Okay. So if you want to cut all that out, trump them all. Trump them all so you can live life. So you can get things done. Okay. Because otherwise, they'll see your bright future ahead of you and they just want to blot it out. The next thing you know, instead of you, going on vacations and living life and I personally would like for my real life to be like a vacation. That's why I want that lake house. If I were not aware of this energy, knowing that it's there and knowing what to do about it, then that lake house would never happen. Instead, what would happen is they either want you to be suicidal or homicidal so that you can throw your life away. Okay. This is women are extremely, especially women, y'all women with these babies. And it's so sad because y'all being targeted and your babies are being targeted. Okay. Your babies are being targeted. And that's why your household is so chaotic. And a lot of y'all will have black magic being thrown at you and you don't even know it. You don't even realize it. Now, anybody that is doing the vigil service, I do believe that it is important for you to do house protection as well. So the vigil service is going to be very thorough to where not only is your name or the names of your enemies are going to be on there, but it can either be mainly, especially if you're the target of a lot of different people, then you can put your name and your intent with your address. Okay. There are a lot of people that are and so a lot of people think, well, this person ain't powerful. They can't even do that. There are some people that are very crafty at destruction. So, you got to understand that they are on the opposing side. You have prosperity in your life to where you were able to obtain things in your life, your house, your car, your furniture. Those people were not able to do that. So that's why every single day they throw stuff at you because they want you to lose what you have just because you have it. Because there are some people are good at manifesting and some people are good at destruction. Okay, I think that if you can destroy something, you can build something. But there are a lot of people that they would rather either build themselves up by trying to destroy you, or they will choose that side. They'll say, well, they'll look at the world because and I'm not in agreement with that. No, I do not agree that this world is hell. No, I do not. I believe that there are bad people in this world and I believe that there are bad spirits in this world. Can we label earth to be hell? No, I would never disrespect Mother Earth in that way, ever. Okay, this is not the planet Saturn or Mars. This is Earth. This is a paradise. Either you're going to create paradise or your own paradise, or you're going to create hell. You're either going to be able to create that paradise for yourself and others, or you're going to create hell for others. Now, I do agree that there are some people, listen, there are some people that do need to be targeted for takedown. I'm not one of them, but there are some people that are out here and they're trying to purposely destroy people's lives just because they jealous of them. So yeah, I believe that those people do need to be dealt with. Okay. And if you are a person that is doing that, because honestly, I've had people trying to take out revenge on me, and I'm not even responsible for their problems. Why should I be held responsible? See what I'm saying? So the same thing with you. And you have the right to defend yourself. You have a spiritual right. You have a you have every right in the world to defend yourself against this energy. You don't have to lay down and take that and then quit saying, well, if God existed, then why would God let that stuff go on? That's the worst thing that you can say. See, that means that you done gave up, because God gave you the solution. God gave you the potion for that, and you decided that you didn't want to take it. So it's not that this world is hell. It's not. Okay. Your house is considered to be your earth individually. Nobody has the right to determine or decipher what happens on your earth. But they would love to, for whatever reason. It'll be the stupidest, pettiest reasons as to why you're going through that. Okay. So I do have a space in my home that is perfect for vigil work, because it gets sun in the daytime, and it gets the moon at night. Okay. And my spirits wanted to start offering this because they decided it would be um, the best move for me, because a lot of people thought that I think that they got it confused. So they thought that I was an easy target. I'm actually not an easy target. So they feel the same way about you. They'll see you innocently taking photographs with your children, posting them on Instagram, posting them on Facebook, and they'll think, oh, this person is stupid. Well, you're not stupid. You're just, you just living life. You're participating in, society. And what society does these days is they don't actually take pictures and hang them up on their walls anymore. What they do is they're out in social media. And so people will assume that you're stupid. If you got that black candle going on you, they just gonna every single time they throw something at you, they gonna get it back every single time. It just, because energy, the way that it travels through air. Okay. And see, people that are on a self-destructive path, it don't matter how old they are. They can be in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. So age ain't nothing but a number. If they are on that destructive path to the point where they are targeting you every single day, okay? Because see, what spirit tells me, and this is not, people will chalk it up to paranoia. I know when somebody's spiritually attacking me. And so if you see me addressing a person and letting them know, hey, you're spiritually attacking me, and they're thinking, well, I'm moving in silence. Well, how are you moving in silence when you're directing your energy towards me and I can see it, feel it, discern it? And then what they'll do is they'll go and they'll say, I'm not doing anything. I'm just innocent. I'm no. If I have called somebody out, it is because that's what they are doing. Just yesterday, I heard a grown man call my name out to scapegoat onto me because he couldn't handle being confronted by a man. This the kind of crap we dealing with. He couldn't handle the confrontation of a man. So what did he do? He tried to scapegoat it onto me. He tried to put some of that heat that he was getting from that man onto me. He got put on my list. If you having a beef with somebody else, don't you dare scapegoat onto me. I can't stand that when people bring up my name. People bring up my name because they feel that I am some kind of sponge for their negative energy, and I'm not. So a lot of you guys, that's called exploitation. That's called somebody trying to exploit you. Try to put the blame off on you for their inadequacies as a man. Men are doing this a lot. I don't really call them men. I call them eunuchs. Okay. So that I would be to blame so that he could take some of the heat off of him because he's not man enough to deal with what's going on. And see, as a woman, when it comes to men, when it comes to being attacked by men, and you're a woman, you got to take that seriously. Okay? Because, you know, they out there, trust me. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. Kind of works the same as narcissistic entanglement. You as a man decided to confront a situation that you were dealing with, and instead of you being able to confront that situation, you tried to scapegoat onto me to put me in it. See, this is the reason why when I address somebody, I address that person directly that I have an issue with. I don't bring nobody else innocent into that. You trying to bring innocent people, it's almost like Nino Brown trying to use that little baby as a bulletproof vest because he can't handle the pressure. You get put on my list, you call out my name because you can't handle the pressure. You're going to get put on my list. So you can't just be playing around with these people. Because, hold on, y'all. Because again, what will happen is that these people will push their energy onto you. That people will put themselves in positions and then they can't handle it. And then they'll try to scapegoat onto you. So doing that black candle vigil completely trumps all of that. They're going to have to deal with themselves. Okay. You notice how when men are at war, they'll get to focusing on innocent women and children and ain't said nothing to them or about them. So I don't want you to be upset with me. I want you to be upset with her. It's a couple of men that do that all the time whenever they are confronted by a man that is confronting them for what they're doing to them. They'll go, Jamila, Jamila, Jamila. Nah. So those people are on the list. There are some people that will confront somebody about their behavior, and this is happening with a lot of witches. Spirit showed me that one of the scapegoating tactics is to use you as an excuse for their behavior. Well, she's a witch. She made me do that. So then they don't have to take responsibility for their own actions. No, you gonna take responsibility for your own actions. just like I have to, and just like the next person has to. Any decision that I make, I have to face the music for it. So a lot of that is going on as well, is the scapegoating tactics, okay? And people will do that instead of admitting that they have a problem. They rather say, oh, well, and you know what? Witches have been blamed for everything. We get blamed for everything that goes wrong in the lives of a person that we ain't even thinking about. We don't even know them. And we're being blamed for it. They'll just, in everyday conversation, well, I think that so-and-so, I think that she put something on me and made me do that. No, no. Totally untrue. As a witch, my main focus is making sure that my household is clean. As a witch, my children are fed and my clients are taken care of. So if somebody ever comes to you and says, well, I think the reason why I did that is because, you know, Miss Jamila did something to me, that is a lie. And you need to call them out on that lie. Because I don't be thinking about a person. And then all of a sudden, it'll come through spirit. And the next thing I know, I'm feeling like my heart is heavy for something that somebody else done did. Hello, Teron Herring. So people will do that to you. And that's unfair. Is that fair and just? No, it is not. If it is in your nature to do certain stuff, that's just like with me. I always admit to my mistakes. It was a mistake. I apologize. A lot of people, instead of admitting to their mistake, it takes a big person to admit when they was wrong. Instead of them doing it, they'll say, oh, well, so-and-so did this to me. I think they did something to make me do that. That's a lie. And you know what will end up happening? The conversation, instead of it going towards them and what they did, the conversation will shift all of a sudden to you, a party that had nothing to do with that situation. And see, my spirits let me know whenever somebody talking about me or whenever somebody's scapegoating onto me. They'll let me know exactly what is being said and why, because this person is either trying to be manipulative, they want to make excuses for their behavior, or they may be targeting me and trying to turn that energy back onto me. So my spirits will let me know when you're trying to do that. And now I'm not going to deal with that. These are very subtle things that can ruin aspects of your life or ruin your life completely and totally. Listen, if your life is worth something, you have the right to defend it. Okay. So basically, the way that that's going to work is that every week a new black candle will be lit. Now, if your weekly candle burns out beforehand, then another one will be put in its place. It's going to be a constant flame going, constant. And it's something that I'm going to be very focused on. There's already been a few people that I've got a couple of people that are already doing it, and they're going to be giving me some testimonials. And I can tell you that when I first lit their candles, somebody was automatically trying to work against it. Okay, because the flames kept going out. So as long as we make sure that the flame is constantly lit, because what they're looking for is holes and entryways. Okay, now I'm going to tell you something. Spiritual education is very important. When I was dealing with my issues, y'all remember when I first moved to Georgia, I spent 3 years cleansing myself, only to have a bunch of people try to scapegoat and put their problems off on me. Your personal spiritual issues are very personal. They're personal between you and your spirits, or maybe a practitioner that is helping you. I have never in my life, unless somebody was trying to attack me, blamed a person for the problems that I have had that have came into spirit. There are a lot of people that don't know how to do that, and they're gonna have to learn. They're gonna have to learn. They, no, it shouldn't be one person taking on the bad energy of 150 people. Nobody should have to do that. As a woman, we take on the energies of our husband, our children. That's what we're responsible for. A bunch of strange people that you don't know, you're not responsible for that. And some of y'all are being targeted at your jobs like that. It's primarily where it comes in. And so that's how you end up getting burned out. Okay, because people don't know how to deal with their own issues. And or they don't have the support that they actually need, that emotional and that mental support that they need to deal with their situation, and then they'll try to scapegoat it onto you. Okay, this is the reason why your heart is heavy. This is the reason why your throat feel like it's full or something. This is the reason why you feel that way, because people are scapegoating onto you. That's something that's very popular. Okay, and if somebody has ever scapegoated on you, even one day, even if they did, but these people, they'll do it for a long time because they don't want to face that music. Because a lot of people don't want to admit when they're wrong. You have every right to curse that person. Somebody scapegoating on you, they do something to somebody else, and then they get to blame it on you. Since when? And so it is what it is. Okay, so that's basically the way that it's going to work. Of course, of course, there's going to be a petition involved with it. I'm not worried about it because some of these practitioners will put in their head that their clients' work can hurt them, and yeah, those energies they'll come to you, but you got to know what to do with those spirits. So this is something that I've never been afraid of. Okay, so this is, and so this is primarily what being a high priestess is about. Being a high priestess is not necessarily, I don't have a coven. You don't have to have a coven to be a high priestess either. You can just be a high priestess. Okay. I personally feel like my coven is mainly here in spirit because so many confused people. I have never had a coven per se. I've had people that I was cool with, and I regret it to this day that I was ever cool with those people, because those people would never be a fitting choice for a coven for me, because those people were very weak-minded and decided that instead of them, if you're going to be in a coven with me, you got to be where I'm at spiritually. Because I don't scapegoat onto people. I don't lie on people. Okay, I may have done things to people to be petty, but that's not where I'm at every single day of my life. And a lot of the times when you are intertwining yourself with other people, you notice that sometimes your behavior can somewhat change it. So you got to check yourself. Okay. So anyway, the way that you do that is you'll want to schedule a 30-minute reading. I don't like it when people come to me to ask about work and they don't have the money. Okay, you can come and get a consultation, but most of my clients, they already got their money in front of them. But it is important for you to schedule at least a 30-minute reading, so that, or actually a 60-minute reading. A consultation is typically 60 minutes, so that we can take the time to actually write down everything and write out your petition. Okay. Because that can take time. Okay. So if you guys are interested in that, because a lot of you guys are, y'all got it all, and y'all stand to lose it all, because you got these people that, and trust me, do not, what the worst thing that you can do? The worst thing that you can do is doubt another person's power over you. That's the worst thing that you can do, because it may be the most unsuspecting person. And it's not that you're giving that person power over you. It's not that you're doing that. It's just that when you have a distraction, those people serve as distractions. You want to be distracted as least as possible. Because see, now you're dealing with unfamiliar spirits. You're dealing with the unfamiliar spirits of another person. Okay. So stay vigilant. I mean, you're more than welcome. You don't necessarily have to do what I'm doing. You don't have to join my Black Candle Vigil. You can do it yourself. But I would say that this year is going to be the year to do it, because they go on and on and on and on and on. They never stop, because they may feel like they don't have nothing to look forward to in life. They jealous of you, of what you have. Mainly what is because jealous people are very weak. Okay, unless you're dealing with on a romantic capacity. You're supposed to be jealous when you're dealing with a romantic capacity. But a person that's jealous of you because you got a refrigerator and a front door and a back door, and I was looking at an article about the spirit of poverty and how to tell that you have it on you. And the number one thing is people being jealous, or what's the word that it used? I actually downloaded the picture. I think it said people that they feel anger and strife towards the wealthy people in this world. Okay. And it depends on what you consider to be wealthy. Some people consider if you make 60 or 70 grand, they consider that to be wealthy. I don't consider that to be wealthy. I consider that to be lucky. But wealthy, no. 60, 70, 80 grand, 100 plus grand, or 7 figures. That's wealth. But if you have more than another person, then they will be jealous of that. If they feel that they have less, it's because they got the spirit of poverty on them. And so those people are coming for people that have the basic necessities in life that they have not been able to manifest by any means. Okay. And especially you ladies that got these husbands with jobs, or vice versa. Okay. There are a lot of men that have women, they just got money. They just got it like that. And other men or women will be jealous of what you have because they don't have nothing. So that's why you became a target. And Please be my, listen, I'm going to tell y'all something before I go. A person that does not have any bills to pay, their bills are being paid for them. They don't have to worry about none of that stuff. If they living with a mama, okay? If they have everything done for them, then that person has time all day, every day to attack you. They got time. They got space and time. What else do they have to do? These are the main culprits. People that don't have responsibility. You know that you got to get up. A lot of y'all ain't even in here. Y'all got to get up and go to work in the morning. Or some of y'all up and you only going to get about an hour of sleep because you up listening to this, but you got to get up and go to work in the morning. Just like I do. I have to get up and work in the morning. Okay, now getting up and working for me is kind of different from y'all because I'll be up doing readings for the channel tomorrow. But you got to get up and go to work. Why? Because you have bills that are coming to your house every month. Everybody don't have bills. You can tell by the way they move. They don't have no bills to pay. They're not making a contribution to their lives at all. It's all being done for them. Those of you that work hard every day, or some of y'all that don't work hard every day, you still have responsibilities. These people, the MO is that they don't take care of their responsibilities. So what do they have to do all day, every day, but target you? They ain't got nothing else better to do while you taking care of responsibility. They focused on you all day, every day. Okay. So that's what that's gonna be for, because I got tired of that. I got tired of the people that you sit there and you look at them, they be stuck, they be doing some bull crap, and you realize that I have responsibilities and debts to pay. And then not only that, it ain't just a responsibility, it's living, it's enjoying your life. They're not getting any kind of enjoyment out of life. For whatever reason, they have made that choice and they want to pull you in there with them. And I'm pretty sure that none of y'all want to wake up in the morning and not have running water. None of y'all want to wake up in the morning till your lights turned off. None of y'all want to wake up in the morning with your gas turned off. Now, I don't know what county y'all live in, but over here in my county, it'll be the dead of winter. They'll cut your stuff off over here. You be in the dark. Depends on what area you live in. The area that I live in, you either have it or you ain't gonna have no lights or no gas or no water. They ain't taking no excuses. Some areas, more of the poorer areas, they'll let you run your light bill up to $1,000, $2,000. In the county where I live in, they don't give you those kind of favors. They'll cut it off. You just be sitting up there in the dark. Okay. And, unfortunately, this is what happens. They will get together in a group to attack you. While at the same time using bum logic. Okay. This is very real. And then that's when you start to feel burdened. You feel stressed. You like, because some of y'all, your lifestyle costs 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 grand per month to sustain your lifestyle. And they know it. And that's why they constantly digging at you every single day. Okay. So these people got to be dealt with. And don't play around with them, because they will They will mess you up if you don't take the proper spiritual moves against them. Okay. All right, y'all. So January it's gonna be 150 per month. It may go up around the summertime to 200 per month, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. It depends. Some of y'all enemies are gonna stop altogether. They'll just stop. Okay. And a lot of their energy, you can't transmute it. You can't transmute that kind of energy. See, a lot of people, we used to be able to transmute that energy. You can't transmute that energy. You can't. It's way too toxic to transmute it anymore. So now you've got to, people have to stew in their own juices. Okay. So that's why spirit is taking a different approach to this. And so anyway, that's pretty much what I'll let y'all go to bed now. Okay. Y'all have a good one. God bless all of y'all. And I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all in the morning. Actually, I'll be here doing readings in the morning. Okay. All right, y'all. Blessings. Bye-bye.